This video provides an overview of Part 2 of the 2020-2021 Random Validation Process for programs administered by the Federal Program Compliance Division at TEA. It will review the program selection, the document templates, and the timeline for the validation process. To begin Part 2 of the Random Validation Process, each of the 80 LEAs that were selected for Part 1 will be chosen to submit documentation for one program. Programs will be assigned by region. 20 LEAs from 5 ESCs will be chosen for Title I Part A. 20 LEAs from 5 ESCs will be chosen for Title I Part C. 4 LEAs from 1 ESC will be chosen for Title I Part D. 12 LEAs from 3 ESCs will be chosen for Title II Part A. 12 LEAs from 3 ESCs will be chosen for Title IV Part A. 8 LEAs from 2 ESCs will be chosen for Private Nonprofit, and 4 LEAs from 1 ESC will be chosen for the Unsafe School Choice option. Each program manager will email the following documents to the LEAs selected for their program: a cover sheet, a guidance document instructions, a checklist, and instructions for uploading the documentation to ESA reports on Teal. The cover sheet and the guidance document are the only forms that the LEA will have to complete as part of the process. The other documents are provided for the LEA's information. The documents provided for each program follow the same basic format. In this video, we will review the general templates for the documents. In the videos that follow, each program manager will review the specific requirements that have been chosen for their program. On the cover sheet, the LEA will provide the LEA contact information for the applicable program. If the validation is at the campus level, the LEA will also be asked for campus level information. The guidance document basically serves as the table of contents for the documentation the LEA will submit to the Texas Education Agency. Once the LEA has compiled the items of documentation requested and numbered the pages, the LEA should enter the page number to indicate the location of the documentation that applies to each item. The guidance document instructions provide the statutory citation for each program requirement included in the validation, as well as program-specific notes and instructions for completing the guidance document. For full transparency, each program also provides a copy of the checklist that the program manager will use to review the documentation submitted by the LEA. This checklist is for the LEA's information only and does not need to be included in the documentation submission. Once the documentation is gathered and the cover sheet and guidance documents have been completed, the LEA should scan the following items into one PDF file: the cover sheet, the guidance document, and the documentation necessary to demonstrate compliance. Files to be uploaded are limited to 10 megabytes. If the LEA's documentation exceeds that limit, the LEA should first ensure that all pages are actually needed. The LEA may also be able to reduce the file size by optimizing the PDF file. As a last resort, the LEA may split the file and upload it in sections that are under 10 megabytes apiece. The LEA should upload the required documentation through the ESA Reports application on Teal. Inside ESA Reports, select the tab labeled Upload Response Documents. Then select the correct validation title for the program. Select School Year 2020-2021. Select Response Document as the document type. Click on the Choose File button to browse to the file location. And finally, click the Upload Document button. The timeline for Part 2 of the random validation process is as follows. The selected LEAs were notified of their assigned program requirements on November 16th. LEAs may receive technical assistance from their regional education service centers between November 16th and January 22nd. LEAs will submit the required documentation by January 22nd. TEA will complete the document review by February 26th. TEA will share the preliminary results with education service centers for comment between February 26th and March 12th. And final results will be shared with the LEAs via email on March 26th. LEAs that meet all the program requirements included in the validation will receive an email on March 26th stating that the requirements have been met and that the validation is closed. LEAs that have improvement needed on one or more items will also be notified via email on March 26th. These LEAs will be offered technical assistance by their Regional Education Service Center and must resubmit documentation showing compliance with the missed requirement for the 2021-2022 school year by September 30th, 2021. Questions related to Part 2 of the random validation process may be sent to esasupport@tea.texas.gov.